What's up, guys? This is Chris at Luxury Cigar Club, and I'm joined today by a new face. This is Sam. He is one of the newest members of the Luxury Cigar Club team. Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself. Don't laugh at me. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Luxury Cigar Club.
I'm Sam, and let's see, I'm in charge of the marketing here, so I send out emails in the morning, I add new photos to the website, I converse with our customers, things of that nature, and just try to cause, trouble.
Just smoke cigars.
Yeah,
all
that's
day
right.
long.
That's
smoke
right.
a lot of cigars here at Luxury Cigar Club, believe it or not. So, we are here to smoke through a really cool project that Ben started, and then I got really excited about when he explained to me what it was. And I've already done one video on it, and this is something that just showed up right after you kind of started. So you've been here 3 months or something like that. And this is a project that we're really excited about. It's called Cigar University, and this is a first class of Cigar University, right? And we're calling it Binder 101. And so this is an in-depth exploration into the cigar binder as it functions as a component to the cigar. So I already did kind of like a Fresh Cut Friday, real brief review of what this this sampler, this pack is about, but I thought it would be really fun for us to sit down, smoke through it, and kind of just share our experiences. So for those of you that are interested in learning more about cigars, this is a cool educational video for you to watch. Feel free to smoke through your Cigar University Binders 101 with us. This is the second time we're filming this video.
Yeah.
So yesterday we filmed this, and you'll probably see some cuts of that video every now and then if Sam's wearing a red shirt and I'm wearing a different hat. That's why. We won't say why we're filming it again, but the way we're gonna do this, the way we did it yesterday, which was the best, is we smoked all 5 of these sticks basically at the same time. So we had 10 cigars lit at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
I have all the notes still from that. So this is gonna be a little less what is it called? It'll be educational, but we're not going to be discovering as much as we did, because we just did this yesterday. This will be the 4th time that I personally have smoked this.
My second. Yesterday was the first, and we're doing it again.
So you won't see us smoke the full cigar on camera. We don't want to suffer you through that. But a few just shameless plugs. We still have Binder 101s available, luxurycigarclub.com. I'll put a direct link down in the bio. If you don't subscribe to us already on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the little bell notification so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. And please comment below and tell us what you want to see from our YouTube channel, what you like, what you don't like, what you're smoking, or what you think about Cigar University. The other shameless plug is we are about to get the second iteration of Cigar University in stock, but I'm going to tell you about that after we go through this program. And if I don't, it's his fault because he has to remind me.
Yep.
Okay. So Cigar University Binder 101 is 5 cigars.
Yep.
Right? It's Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, the same exact leaf on all 5 cigars. They're Robustos, roughly Robusto size. And the fillers in every single cigar is a Nicaraguan Esteli, Halapa, and Candega mix. Okay? Which means the only things that are different across the 5 cigars is
just the binder.
The binder leaf, yeah. And there's 5 different binder leaves. The first one is the Halapa binder. It's a Nicaraguan binder. Cigar number 2 is a Nicaraguan Candega binder. Cigar number 3 is a Nicaraguan Esteli binder. Cigar number 4 is an Omatepe binder. And cigar number 5 is a Dominican binder. Now, because we just smoked this yesterday, you might hear us reference yesterday a little bit. So this is actually going to be a kind of unique experience because I haven't smoked anything today. I know when I walked in, you were smoking a Savages.
Yep.
So you're tainted. He's tainted. Also, before we get into it, a special thanks to Valkyrie Cigars. They put these together for us. Thank you, Nimmer at Valakari. Thank you to the team at Valakari. We're happy to be working with you on projects like this. And if you guys haven't tried Valakari cigars, please support them. We do sell them at Luxury Cigar Club. They've got a lot of experimental stuff, some core line cigars. But we gotta show them support and love for helping us get projects like this together, so we all can learn together. So I guess,
without further ado,
what does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, further,
adieu.
What does adieu?
I don't know. It sounds French.
Oh, so it's not adieu, adieu. It's
I'm
adieu.
Yeah. Something fancy. It's got.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Mine's bigger.
I don't know. We got to do a side-by-side comparison.
And mine does this.
All right. Yeah, that is cool. That is better.
So, this is how they come packaged, right? 5 sticks. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each of the bands. Not hard
nice
to
and
understand.
easy.
Come with Boveda. We throw in a little sticker, little Luxury Cigar Club sticker for you. And then when you open it, everything is right on the label there, so you can still see everything. Now, when you're going through this smoking experience, take notes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Take notes. You want to notate what's similar in all 5 cigars because they have the same wrapper, the same filler blend, so there's going to be a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
You also want to notate what's different, and what's different is going to be the
what matters
result of
really.
the binder. So this is not. It is irrelevant if you like these cigars or not, right? This is designed to show you what the binder does in the construction of the cigar as it pertains to the flavor. And it's also subjective. There's not a right answer. If you taste something that we don't, Sam is going to taste stuff that I don't. We're going to have different opinions. This is to teach you how you will perceive this binder, how binder affects your flavors, because everyone tastes things differently. That's why some people like cheeseburgers, some people don't like cheeseburgers, which I don't know who those people are, but
don't trust them.
You know what Ben doesn't? Well, Ben doesn't like beef.
Oh, that's right.
So I guess like he does. What is it that Carl's Jr. does?
The Beyond Meat.
Beyond beef. He likes that stuff a lot.
Yeah. It's good. I'm not eating meat at this stage.
Oh yeah, you're doing the
pescatarian. Yeah.
Right.
But
sounds like a religion.
It does. It does.
So we're gonna unwrap all these. Now you can also go through this project and smoke each cigar back to back instead of smoking them all at the same time. We're gonna smoke them round robin at the same time, and that's not a wrong way to do it. We suggest that you smoke it this way. We suggest that you smoke it back to back, all the cigars, so you can get the differences immediately. Now, you should also smoke with a palate cleanser. We probably will not be doing that for the sake of time, and since we've done this already once. But what works? Crackers, water,
coffee beans, smelling coffee,
soda water. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Just something to clean your palate between. I'm gonna cut all mine.
Yeah.
So we're all cut. I went with a V cut on everything.
I went with the double guillotine. Nice straight cut.
I think it's mostly irrelevant. A lot of people claim that they can. I think it's mostly irrelevant. A lot of people claim that they can notice differences in cuts.
I think it's, if anything, it's more of a draw thing for me.
So this is cigar number 1, which was the. Let me put my cheat sheet right here. Which was the Halapa Nicaraguan binder. And chocolate.
Woody.
And I'm going to use my cheat sheet here because my memory is terrible. So Halapa is typically recognized for being sweet and creamy in flavor. And I smell that just here. It's the northmost growing region in Nicaragua, and it's most often used in wrapper leaf. And it tends to need heavy fermentation, and it's not as strong as other tobaccos that are produced in Nicaragua, which is why it's dainty, it's delicate, it's used as wrapper leaf. Barnyard floor, man.
Yeah, kind of I'm getting a tinge of sweetness, maybe a vanilla, almost honey, but muted.
Almost honey, but muted.
A muted honey. Maybe if you put it in a tea, like a green tea.
Here goes nothing.
Yep. Oh.
Ooh. A little bit of spicy right on the front end, huh?
Yeah, that really is quite strong right up front.
Got it. Tobacco in my mouth.
Yeah.
I guess that's the goal.
Yeah. Hey, essentially.
So, first stick, cigar number 1, Halapa binder, right? Initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts. I can hear it crackling.
Yep. I can too.
So, high oil content in it. Initial thoughts on flavor. It's got a creamy finish to it.
I wouldn't call it creamy as in taste of cream, but mouthfeel
Yeah.
of cream.
Yeah.
Like you just had some heavy whipping cream in your mouth. Not the taste of it, but the way
Right.
that it coats your palate.
Yeah.
I'm tasting pepper on there's pepper on this for sure. I mean, initially first 1/8 of an inch full body stick for me, and I'm getting wood notes. I don't know if it's cedar or oak or something in there. That sweet creaminess, and what would you call it, like a sriracha pepper?
Yeah, like a chili pepper. It's nutty. I'm not sure what kind of nut yet, but it's got a bit of a mixed nut feel to it.
It gets sweeter on the retro for me. So the other thing I want to mention is, for being like an experimental project, these cigars are constructed amazingly. We smoked all 10 of these yesterday. Not one burn issue, not one construction issue. We both had some ash happenings, and I'll see if I can find the cut from yesterday. I don't know what happened. I just
Sent that puppy flying.
just dropped it and then caught it. I'll put that in here just because it's worth seeing. It was funny. What can we say?
Yeah.
Then he ashed on himself, but I can't really say that there's any construction issues with the sticks. I haven't had any draw issues, any burn issues. The sticks that I didn't ash, as I kind of went round robin and went to them yesterday, the ones that had their ash were still lit.
Yep.
Anything I ashed might have gone out, but they relit well. They didn't taste weird.
I think you and I both had one that we had to relight.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. So yeah, man, I mean, straightforward cigar. This has nothing to do, again, with if you like the cigar or not. We might chat about if we like them at the end, but we really want to just talk about the binder. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down and get number 2 lit, because we don't have anything to compare it to, so it's just a cigar right now, and it's out there on its own. You can tell we both have problems because we went back to it.
Yeah.
Well, that's just one more time.
One more, we'll see.
One more again.
One thing, you guys will see me kind of puffing my cheeks and doing some weird stuff. What I like to do is hold the smoke in my mouth, move my tongue around, and then blow the smoke out over my curled tongue, and then just kind of leave it and kind of ponder. And that's how I usually pick up my flavors. So maybe give that a shot if you aren't used to really picking out flavors in cigars.
And if you're not used to picking out flavors in cigar, if you're a new cigar smoker, you're a old cigar smoker, or I shouldn't say old, a veteran, because you could be both an old cigar smoker and new. But if you're new to cigar smoking, or you're a veteran when it comes to cigar smoking, and you do not retrohale, you're missing a significant amount of flavor.
Yeah.
If you don't know what retrohaling is, it's when you take some of the smoke from your mouth and pass it through your nose out. And if you don't know how to do that, just Google it. Maybe we should do a video. Maybe you should do a video how to retrohale.
Yeah. This one's not so spicy.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah, it's
No spice almost.
no,
on it.
none on the front like the other one was. One, which was the Halapa. So this is the Candega now. Candega.
Candega filler. Notes that are typically synonymous with the Candega leaf is chocolate and pepper. I don't have the pepper, but
I'm almost getting it on the retro.
I don't even really get it on the retro that
Okay.
much. But you know, I'm not as sensitive to the pepper note as other folks are. So other folks,
Them others.
them other ones. Jesus Christ.
You win some, you lose some.
Candega is a growing region north of Esteli. It's really cloudy, and so that actually makes a lot of sense to me right off the bat. So the only thing that's different between this stick and that stick is the binder.
Yeah.
That binder is known for being sweet and creamy, but this binder was grown in a typically cloudy region, right? Candega is typically cloudy. And if you don't know, the amount of sunlight a tobacco leaf gets directly affects its power.
Potency,
when we're talking
really.
about nicotine and ammonia, which is where the bite and bitterness comes from.
Yeah.
In tobacco leaf. So that makes sense already. I mean, I'm already learning that, okay, yeah, Candega is not going to be as strong because of the clouds, and it is not as strong
No.
when it comes to spice or potency.
With the Halapa, I was getting a lot more. I was getting a lot of nut, but at the finish. This one seems to have more nut prevalent in the start, where it seems like it's swapped. For me, at least, the pepper is now in the finish, and the nuttiness is coming up front.
I don't have the pepper. I do have the wood. I have the wood.
Yeah.
And I think wood and nut can maybe go hand in hand a little bit. I'm not sure. It's slightly more bitter, which might be some of that chocolate note coming through.
Some cacao. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of that red chili, which is probably coming from the filler blend on the stick. But I have a weird note that I'm trying to place. It's like it's a bitterness that's not chocolate. Penny, like a U.S. copper penny.
Dirty or?
It doesn't matter, man. They're all dirty.
Okay.
But I know you know what a penny tastes like. You know what a penny tastes like, right?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
So how do we all know what that is? How do you comment below? How do you know what a penny tastes like? Anyway, I actually have it written here, penny. So and then it's creamy. You know, again, I get that creaminess. But if I was just gonna, all that we've changed is the binder.
Yeah.
I thought the first stick, cigar number 1, which is the Halapa blend, I would rate a full body cigar. The second stick,
Yeah.
the Candega binder, I would rate a medium body cigar. So just in that way, we got two different. In that way, we have two different sticks with just binder. Yeah, there's so much more pepper on this.
Yeah.
Spice.
On the Halapa wrapper, the number 1 or binder. I'm sorry.
Yeah, number 1. Number 1, number 2. And this is why the round robin suggestion is there, because when you can pick both of them up and do that really stark contrast comparison, that's when you can start really seeing big differences.
Yeah. Yeah. As opposed to if you smoke the first Halapa binder and then you backtrack, and then you
Light the
put it
second
out,
one.
light your second one at a different time.
Now
whether
you're relying on memory and perception to inform you, where this you can put them side by side. All right, so now we're lighting cigar number 3. That's a floral floral, fruity, cold draw. Got tobacco in my mouth again.
One thing you won't see us doing is sniffing the wrapper so much because we basically can assume that they're going to smell the same.
It's the same wrapper.
Yeah.
So let's get this lit. This is cigar number 3 in the class, and this is the Esteli binder. So the flavors that are synonymous with Esteli tobacco is typically nutty, spicy, and that's it.
Yeah.
Esteli's in Midwest Nicaragua. It's known for its heavy and full flavored profile, so it's actually a lot. AJ Fernandez uses a lot of Esteli stuff in his stuff, and if you know anything about AJ Fernandez cigars, they got that AJ Fernandez spice
Twang to it.
Yep.
I know Foundation also does use tobaccos from Esteli pretty frequently.
Well, that red pepper. Maybe it's not red pepper. That spice is back for me.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not the same as number 1. Number 1, I called it cayenne. No, I called it
The sriracha.
red chili, like sriracha.
Sriracha.
Sriracha. That sounds like a.
That's how Southerners say it.
Aren't we Southerners? How come people from Arizona aren't Southerners?
I don't know.
Like, it doesn't get more south than that. I mean, Florida, but those aren't Southerners.
That's
either,
a whole different class.
It's like Kentucky. Is Southern. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Has something to do with the Civil War.
Yeah.
If you know, we'd be happy to find out. Comment below.
Let us know.
Hatch chili. It's that kind of spice.
Yeah.
It's not like that really pricky Asian spice, but it's more like a South American, Latin American kind of like burn your whole mouth type of spice. Am I making?
Yeah. No, I see it. It's more woody. This one I can't quite pin the wood. Maybe a charred oak.
Yeah, I would say a lot of wood here. The most wood out of all 3. Wood is a flavor that I've had through every stick, and I think it's just the wrapper filler combination is going to give us that wood.
Yeah.
But this does have like wood up a notch on it. It's good. Little floral still for me. I don't know if it's like a raisin or a fig or a plum, something in that flavor house.
Yeah, there's definitely a sweetness to it.
So I'm picking up the Halapa. I'm gonna do the Halapa next to the Esteli. Mine's still lit.
Oh yeah.
This is still the spiciest.
Really?
For me, yeah.
Up front, absolutely. I'm getting that.
And when I say this, I mean the Halapa cigar number 1. Three is right there also in spice. Number 2, it's easily the least spicy, the least body, and almost the least flavor too. I mean, it's really muted when you put it up next to 1 and 3. Number 2, the Candega binder.
Yeah, you're almost struggling to find flavor in number 2 after the mix. Oh, that's warm.
You got it, huh?
Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to start off on the number 4, which is the Omotepe. And let me consult the notes. So it's mostly noted for being sweet and earthy, having some bitter espresso tones to it. You go hand in hand with dark chocolate.
You know, I'll tell you, Omotepe Tobacco is one of my favorite tobaccos
Yeah.
out there. You don't see it used a lot, but I don't have to look at a cheat sheet to tell you about it because I really like it so much. Omatepe is a region in Nicaragua that's heavily volcanic, and there's a lot of volcanic ash in the soil, and as a result of that, you get a really distinct flavor in your tobacco. The notes you said are right on. I also like to add leather and some really unique sweetness, almost like a honeysuckle sweetness into it. It's really understated, but yeah.
Okay. Omotepe is actually the Aztec word for Twin Peaks.
Oh, I did not know
Yep.
that.
Because it's actually an island comprised of 2 volcanoes, one active, one not.
Yep.
It's, I wouldn't even say 50 miles north of Costa Rica. So it's the most southern growing region. The soil is very, very fertile because of the volcanoes. So that helps add flavor, the high mineral content.
I have the woodiness again.
Yeah.
A little bit of leather. A little bit of sweetness, but not a lot of spice.
No, it's maybe peppery, very slightly. It's definitely not like a chili pepper or a hatch chili. It's nothing like that for me.
Like just like a black pepper, like a table pepper. Table pepper? Salt and pepper? Ah, bullshit. I don't know if I can even.
You get the hint.
Artistic recreation, YouTube, go away.
Yeah.
Gonna need
It's
subtitles for that.
It's a parody. It's a parody.
Parrot off. That's a funny joke. I can't tell you what it means, but it's funny, I promise. I'm getting some bitterness too, also on it.
It's definitely a chocolatey bitter for me, like a dark chocolate
I don't know
cacao.
I could associate. I just know I'm getting bitter. What I can tell you is this is cigar number 4. If I went to you and I was like, yo, those are all the same cigar except for the binder, and you didn't know what we were doing, would you believe that? I mean, these are totally unique
Yeah.
in their delivery, their character, and that's really what the point of the whole Cigar University experience is to show you that the binder is much more critical than we think, because usually when we're talking about cigars, like if I walked into a humidor and you were going to sell me something and you're the tobacconist there and I'm like, oh, I'd like to buy a cigar today, what would one of your first questions be?
It's what's the wrapper?
Well, it was what kind? What cigar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like Maduro. Well, I'm not talking about a Maduro binder. I'm talking about a Maduro wrapper. Or I like Connecticut. Well, I'm not talking about a Connecticut binder. Or I don't walk into a humidor and say, give me your finest Esteli binder. You know what I mean? It's just not what we do. Now you're going back and forth between 1 and 4.
I'm going Halapa to Omatepe.
I think my number 1 went out. This is stupid. I will note that we made such a huge mess yesterday. Like the couch was covered in ash, the floor was covered in like cuttings, and it was crazy. It looks like 12 guys had smoked cigars here.
I had to vacuum this morning.
And so what we're doing is we're going back and forth between each of the cigars, comparing it against the one that we're looking at, just to see, look at the differences and the comparison and the contrast. Let's see if I can. Man, number 2 almost tastes like air compared to 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, it's much more muted.
I'm just gonna get all 4 of them. I don't even care. Don't judge me. I don't even care what you think.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a gang sign.
Yeah.
Cigar stud. 2. 2 is easily the creamiest of all of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's hands down.
Now the next stick we have is a Dominican Binder, and we know, of Dominican tobacco, it's typically the more mellow, more creamy delivery. So I'm saying I'm excited. I'm excited because I already know the answer, but I'm pretending that I don't know the answer because we're doing this video, but we know the answer. We're excited for it.
Yeah.
I gotta put these down there. The last stick in the class is cigar number 5, and that's the Dominican binder stick. I'll tell you, the same kind of base flavors are there for me. I just remember from yesterday, and I can see the notes. It's that hay, it's that earthiness, it's that wood note that's coming through on all the sticks for me. And I forgot to mention, cigar number 4, I put at full body also. So I think it was full, medium, full, full. So number 1, the Halapa full. Number 2, the Candega medium. Number 3, the Esteli full. And number 4, the Omotepe full. Number 5, I don't get any spice
Really?
on the Dominican leaf. Oh no, there's some there.
It's the most spicy for
I
me.
think number 1. Well, let me make sure.
One way to find out.
Nope, number 1's the most spicy for me.
Let's see. Now I'm curious.
It's a different spice though. This is number 5, so the Dominican spicy kind of back here, like at the back of my throat, whereas number 1 is spicy right at the front, like right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Compared, the Nicaraguan, or the Dominican rather, actually was, it seemed very full body, but now that I'm going back to the
Number
Halapa, yeah,
is,
it's
right?
mild.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of common misconception that the Dominican Republic is not capable of producing full body stuff like Nicaragua is, but Lito Gomez totally destroys that with the double Ajero leaf that they grow for the double Ajero line of cigars. The La Flor Dominicana does is that, if you smoke some of those sticks on an empty stomach, you're gonna have a nap. You're gonna go to sleep.
You're gonna go to bed after.
So the Dominican is easily capable of growing that more potent stuff, but so far it's probably the second least potent cigar there is as far as spice and body goes. Flavor is good on it.
Flavors, yeah, it's very charred for me.
Like a charred oak.
Yeah, whiskey barrel type.
I totally get that. I get a little bit of bitter. I get that spice. Don't really get anything else too distinct from it, but when I put each cigar next to it, so I'm gonna grab number 2 now.
Yeah. Number 2 being the Candega.
And I would say 2 and 5 are the most similar in flavor. Like number 2 has been a outstander for the whole round, being that Nicaraguan Candega binder, but the Dominican binder on number 5 is close to it. Got number 3 here and see what she looks like.
Yeah, 3 is much more mild. 2,
Mild, more mild than what?
the Candega and the Esteli are, to me, the most mild of the bunch. And mild in the sense of not so spicy. The chili pepper isn't too prevalent. I believe the Esteli is what I picked up black pepper on. And
so I disagree. 5 and 2 are the most mild in that sense for me, which I have. Let me go back and just confirm that one. I have 5 here. These are the most similar to me in flavor.
And that's the Dominican and which?
It's the Dominican and the Candega, so 5 and 2. But this is a really important. That's why it's kind of fun to do it with someone, because we're experiencing these two things differently. We're finding some similarities across what the cigars are delivering, which means that there is some general consensus that can be made about tobacco flavor. But then twice, I'm not even gonna. I'm not. It's not funny, guys. I don't want it to happen to me. Oh yeah, that helped. You just.
Yeah.
But for me, so what? I'm sorry. What was I saying? So what I'm saying is, this is a subjective experience. Your palate is totally different than mine. Your palate will be different than ours. This is just a fun way for you to see how we are, I guess the process we're using to figure this out, right? What we're doing. So, well, we don't want to, I don't want to smoke all of these all the way down like we did yesterday, because it's a lot of work. You've got to be committed to this process when you do it. And we have to do it again because we're filming it a second time. But, so, hopefully what you discover going through this process is the difference that binder makes. Would you say, after doing it twice now, that the binder is totally underlooked in how it applies to the flavor of a cigar?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, just the consistency is absolutely there, and that's expected because 66% of it is the same.
More, I mean, probably like 80, 90%.
Yeah, I mean, when you factor in, exactly, yeah. Yeah. It's a world of difference between each of these cigars. Like Chris said earlier, if you would have handed me these unbanded, told me that they were completely different wrappers, I'd believe you. There's
different cigars, yeah.
Yeah, completely.
They're different cigars. So, like I said before, we still have the Cigar University Binder 101 in stock on the site. A lot of other cool stuff there. Make sure to check it out, luxurycigarclub.com. If you're a member of Luxury Cigar Club, our monthly subscription boxes, you get discounts on everything that we sell on our website. You can find all the information about membership at luxurycigarclub.com right there on our homepage. Right now, Platinum, Palladium, and Core subscriptions are open and available to the public. Our Diamond and our Gold are filled up, but those subscriptions do fill up from time to time. So just because they're available right now when we're filming this does not mean they will be available later. So if you're thinking about it, go get on it right away. So I remembered, you didn't have to remind me, but we have a couple announcements. So we have another series of Cigar University coming out, and it's going to be Fillers 101. So I highly suggest you do Binder 101 before you do Fillers 101, so you can understand each component of the series and how it affects. And then we will be finishing the first set of 3 classes with Rappers 101. And I'm not talking about Snoop Dogg or P. Diddy or anyone else, insert your favorite rapper here. But we're talking about the one leaf that everybody in the world talks about the most, and that's the cigar wrapper leaf. So we really look forward to that. Again, please make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell, you know the drill. Comment below, tell us what your thoughts are on Cigar University, Valakari cigars, something that you think you'd like to see out of the Cigar University series. And man, as always, stay smoky. Thank you so much for being part of Luxury Cigar Club. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the continued love. And we look forward to seeing you guys next time.